It's game time, get in line for the post report. They provide everything that's live when it comes to sports. I listen to them when I ride or when on my porch. Feeling like I'm looking from inside, chilling on the court. Marco got the stats, the jokers speak the facts. They always speak the truth and bring the proof to be exact. They don't meet up just to chat, when they meet up it's a rap. Man, they speak on every piece and every week they bring it back. Any team or any topic, best believe them people got it. They just like a referee. If they see it, they gon' call it. So when others do the most, I listen to the Pulse. The only place for sure I really know to get results is the Pulse Report.
Welcome to the Pulse Report. We right back at it, man. Episode 12. Hey, man, first and foremost, we just want to thank everybody, man, for tuning in who's been supportive thus far, man. We really appreciate y'all following us on Twitter and Instagram at The Pulse Report, and for all our subscribers on YouTube at The Pulse Report Podcast. I'm your host, Marco.
And I'm your co-host, the Joker One.
And once again, man, we here with another great show with some more great content. And we're not going to hold y'all too much, man. We're going to get right into this. We got a special guest interview later on in the episode that I think you guys will enjoy. A little something new as far as our format, but we got it all covered, man. So TPR, let's get it.
Let's do it.
All right, man. So I know, everybody was tuning to the biggest fight that was supposed to be the biggest fight, this year, outside of the BS that we saw in the McGregor and Floyd fight. But
right,
Triple G versus Canelo Alvarez was supposed to be the big fight that brought back boxing back to where it needed to be. From an entertainment standpoint, I think it did that. But of course, where all good things are in boxing, there's always going to be some controversy. But first and foremost, man, did you enjoy the fight?
I definitely enjoyed the fight, Marco. I mean, like you said, it was a good, entertaining fight. Two fighters, Canelo came with it, Triple G came with it, and we got a good fight, man. It was way better than the BS, like you said, the Floyd Mayweather versus Conor fight. It was two guys going at it toe to toe. I mean, some blows, bruh. Blows. I'm surprised nobody got knocked out. I know it ended in a draw. Everybody didn't like the ending of it. I know one person's scorecard was literally outrageous. I believe she scored the fight 118 or 110, something crazy like that. There was no way the fight went that lopsided. I think I was cool with the draw. If you had to declare a winner, I would have chose Triple G. I don't think Alvarez did enough to say he won the fight, but I also think Triple G didn't do enough to win the fight. I think both these guys were just going at it, toe for toe, blow for blow. It was just a good, entertaining fight. Like I said, I'm not mad at the draw call. It'll definitely be a rematch. I will definitely be tuned in for the rematch, but it is what it is. What you think of the fight?
I mean, I enjoyed it, man. Like I said, from an entertainment standpoint, I was able to attend a fight party. My cousin threw. It was a nice family, situation. So I appreciate it, even the environment. But, I mean, it was great from an entertainment standpoint. Like you said, there were some big blows. There were some times where, I mean, as expected, especially in the early rounds, we expected for both fighters to kind of fill each other out, create a strategy while in the ring, while also sticking to their game plan. But it was a great fight, man. I was rooting for Triple G. I gave the fight to Triple G. I think he edged it by about 2 rounds. I scored it 7 rounds to 5 in favor of Triple G. I'm very much impressed with how well Canelo came in there and boxed majority of the fight. And I say that because I think in the latter half of the fight in the championship rounds, well, not in the championship rounds, because he showed great poise in rounds 11 and 12, but maybe 8 through 10 he looked tired. He looked like he was fatigued, man, and I wasn't expecting that out of Canelo. I think Triple G struggled with Canelo's movement in the ring. Triple G is a predator in the ring, and Canelo, I can't say he was running. I won't say he was running. I think he was very strategic because I thought that was the only way for him to win, was to really stick and move. So
right.
I think it was a great fight, man.
Get hit by them bricks coming at you, because Triple G is a knockout artist. That's all he want to do. That's why he's a predator. He just want to bang, bang, boom.
Right. And we all know, man, he has like cinder blocks in his gloves the way he hit. So I was impressed. I will say this though. Triple G never really had a good opportunity to land a good right hand And I think if he was able to, that would have changed the whole dynamic of the fight. But that's only a testament to how well Canelo was on defense. And I won't take that away from him. I do think Triple G was a little pedestrian when he had him on the ropes. I felt like he should have, went to the body. I don't even think he landed double-digit body punches, which was another, big deal about the fight. We know Canelo is a very good body puncher, and he landed more body punches than Triple G, but Triple G didn't look like that was part of his game plan at all. And he had Canelo on the ropes a couple times, and I was expecting a little more of him. But like you said, man, it was a great fight. And that one judge, had a lopsided victory in favor of Canelo. Again, I scored about 7-5. I gave Canelo the second and third round, and I gave him the last 2 rounds, which was 11 and 12. And I'm not sure if I gave him either round 10 or like round 8. It was like one of those kind of late middle rounds that I thought it could have been edged to him. But I definitely felt like Triple G went out there and won the fight. I'm not upset with a draw, but I feel like that draw was about money because they want to do this again.
Always.
And B,
money,
I thought it was too big of a stage for Canelo to lose. And I'm not really trying to play too much into politics and sports, but I heard it was like I think it was Mexican Independence Day, if I'm not mistaken. Or it was some type of big day for Mexico. And, I didn't feel like Canelo was going to lose, especially in a tight fight. I felt like if it was a tight fight and it went all 12 rounds, it played in Canelo's favor. So, I can't wait to see it again. I'm not going to say that I'm that excited because that means Triple G is just going to get older. My man's 35 years old, So we'll see how it goes, man. What do you expect to happen the second time around?
Please, not a second draw. That's what I'm praying for. I mean, Canelo, it was 2 occasions where Canelo landed some, straight on the chin. Like, if that was anybody else, that they probably was going down. Triple G looked like he wouldn't even face one hell of a chin.
He walked right through him, right?
Walked right through him. Like, dang. I was shocked at that. Triple G threw endless punches. I think he threw over 700 punches, I believe. And he only landed 31%. So,
he was busy, but he landed more as well. He threw more, but he also landed more punches. But if it was to happen again, just straight up, who's your winner in the next? If it is a rematch, who's your winner, straight up and down?
I got Canelo, man. I picked Canelo the first time. I feel like the next time, like you said, Triple G will be a year older. I feel like one them haymakers that Canelo was hitting them with, they gon' feel a little different when you 37. So I'm gonna pick Canelo. And
Canelo will be able to work out a lot more and train a lot more at this weight, which means his body will be naturally, fit for it. But I say that to say I think Canelo can win the fight. I said Canelo could win the first fight, but I think Triple G gave the fight away in a sense. Like I said, I feel like if he was more aggressive when he had him on the ropes and not as pedestrian, he probably would have put him away. And even in the later rounds, I felt like Triple G was he felt like he had to fight, under his belt, but he wasn't as aggressive in the rounds 11 and 12. But that's neither here nor there, man. Shout out to boxing, man. It was a great fight. It was great entertainment.
Yes,
but shout out to Canelo, man. Shout out to Triple G, man. You guys put on a great thing. But we're going to go on to the NFL because we had some development stories that happened around the league. Of course, we all know it's football season, so you can expect football talk on the podcast every week until it's over. But Tom Brady and the Patriots, man, they were beat up on in week 1 and, expected, especially since everybody expected them to go undefeated. I didn't, but some people did.
Of course not.
But they took an L and the Chiefs came out there and dominated the fourth quarter of that game. But it was all on the pressure was all on the Patriots to bounce back, and they had to do it against the Saints. So what did you think about that game, man?
Tom Brady.
Are they back?
The GOAT. They never was gone. They lost to the Chiefs. Everybody's acting like the Chiefs is the Browns. The Chiefs is a good team. They lost to a good team on the game opener. I know it was the first, I think it was the highest points ever scored during the Bill Belichick era and all that, blah, 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 blah. But the Chiefs is a good team. We knew the Patriots was never going to lose back-to-back games, going to New Orleans with that horrible D. The Saints always got a horrible D, bro. Like, I never remember the Saints having a good defense. Probably the year they won the Super Bowl, but outside of that, their defense is always terrible. Tom Brady went in there and just shredded them up.
Let's not forget the Saints had the bounty gate when they was paying players to hurt people. So I guess the defense was pretty good at that time.
Well, that's probably why you had to pay them extra money, because they were sorry. So if you tell a dude, I give you $50,000 if you hit the quarterback hard or something like that, of course I'm going to go all out or give an extra effort. You know, that's what I'm saying. But Tom Brady went out there and showed he was 30 for 39, 447, 3 TDs, no interceptions, flawless game. He did what they did what the Patriots supposed to do. Gronk got hurt again, bro. Every time Gronk get touched, he might be soft as tissue.
Man, listen, I think Jordan Reed is soft as tissue, so I can't even put Gronk and Jordan Reed in the same sentence, although both of them are injury prone. But Gronk said that he's okay. I guess we have to wait till next week and find out. But Gronk said he was okay. It was a groin injury. Of course, he's a big guy, so of course he's supposed to say that. So we'll see how it goes, man. Shout out to the Patriots, man. Put on a nice little show. But speaking of the Patriots' first week against the Chiefs, you know, Kareem Hunt is the running back. Everybody know he had a crazy week 1, a record-setting week 1, a phenomenal week 1, especially for all you people that didn't have him on your fantasy team. I'm sure you do now. But in week 2, he was pretty good as well as an end result, but he wasn't as effective as he was in game 1. I mean, it's hard to top that performance. But this is my question to you. Is he as advertised? I mean, it's only 2 weeks in, and I don't overreact in the first 2 weeks, but is Kareem Hunt the real deal?
From the 2 games that we've seen thus far, he is as advertised. He might be better than what's advertised, but it's only 2 games. Like you said, let's not get ahead of ourselves. They played the Eagles, Patriots. This game he had 13 carries for 81 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's pretty good. 3 catches. Yeah,
one of those was like a 53-yard run, though. I mean, I'm not taking nothing away from him, but if you take away that one play, he was, you know,
pretty pedestrian.
He was pretty much kept under wraps. But I understand though.
Right, but he ended up with a pretty productive game. So let's just give it time. It's only 2 games in. Let's see what it is at the end of the season. Let's see if he's injury prone. Can he carry the load later in the season when it matters? Every game is on the line, and especially the playoffs. Playoffs will show everything. Pressure breaks pipes.
This is true, but pressure also makes diamonds. Hey, shout out to the members of Cap Alpha Psi. I'm not showing any favoritism. I'm just saying. But in other football news, so you know, there was expectations set for a lot of teams this year. You know, we had teams like the Patriots, as I mentioned, was predicted to go undefeated by some and then lost their first game of the season. Another team that was kind of predicted to do pretty well because of their defense and the superstar that they have at wide receiver was the New York Giants. So far, 2 games, 2 losses. It's not really showing up the way everyone thought it would. I mean, as we know, Odell Beckham is or was hurt. Eli Manning is still at quarterback. That offensive line still sucks, and they still cannot run the football. But 0-2 doesn't seem like that's legitimate if you give the hype that was surrounded around the team coming into the season. So what is the problem in New York with the Giants?
They can't score the ball. I mean, like you said, the first game, it was 19-3. You only gave me 3 points in the season opener. Granted, Odell wasn't there, but 3 points? Damn. And then you play Detroit, you only give me 10 points. Like, you're not going to win football games if you can score points. When I see that, I know your defense was on the field for an extremely long time in both of those games. And their defense is good, but it's just a matter of time before a team, you know, cracks it open and get a big play and scores on your team. You have to come through as an offense at some point as an offense and help the defense out. I know a lot of people are saying Eli lost a step, and he did lose a step. He never was elite to begin with, and he's not elite now. So it's definitely showing the toll that he's getting older, but you can't. It's not only his fault. Like you said, the O-line is horrible. I don't even know who their starting running back is. And Brandon Marshall, somebody who we all was big on that we thought was going to be a help, an addition, he looks terrible too. I mean, dang,
Hey,
I don't know
me.
what.
Not me.
He-
I
Oh.
told. Hey, and by the way,
thought-
just an update real quick. I'm sorry to interrupt. I
Go
remember,
ahead.
a couple episodes ago, we picked who might be the best duo in the league in wide receiver duo, and it looks like my pick, which was Antonio Bryant and Martavius Bryant, is winning that argument right now. I'm just saying, I was right. I mean, when I'm right, I'm right. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to put that out there. Brandon Marshall couldn't catch a cold the other night, so it is what it is. But yeah, 0-2. So my question to you is this who they are? Like, are they a team that might end up 8-8 or missing the playoffs? Like, would you? I mean, like I said, I don't like to overreact. It's only been 2 games. Statistically, 0-2 teams just don't make playoff runs. So, I mean, what do you think about that? Are they still playoff bound, or what do you think?
This is bad. I'm looking at their next couple of games: Eagles, Bucks, Chargers, Broncos, Seahawks. Like, that's not an easy schedule. I mean, it's not looking good in New York. And I'm not saying that they can't go on a little run at some point at the end of the season. You know how teams going to, get hot, win 7 straight, and somehow, some way. And knowing that NFC East, you never know how that's going to go. So, I mean, it's looking like it's Odell or nothing. If Odell don't have a good game, then we ain't going to score points, and we're probably not going to win the game. Not unless our defense can create opportunities and they score, give us points. But unless that happens, it's not looking good, bruh. It's not looking good.
We're going to leave them right where they are because we don't give 0-2 teams too much attention around here. So
Move 'em.
we're going to go on to the NBA. We're going to go on to the NBA real quick. A story that was kind of buzzing. If you haven't seen it, people, go look at it. I'm pretty sure you can find it on YouTube or maybe on ESPN. But Kyrie Irving was on First Take with Stephen A. Smith and Max Kellerman, in which he came up there, I'm pretty sure, knowing that they were going to ask questions about why he demanded the trade. Kyrie Irving, for all who didn't watch, basically beat around the bush, said everything except for why he really wanted to leave. For me, I lost a lot of respect for Kyrie Irving because he didn't have to come on the show if he was going to, address it the way he did. I felt like he just tried to play everybody for a fool, as if we all aren't sports fanatics and as if we all haven't been paying attention to what's been going on. But I know you had a chance to watch it. What did you think about Kyrie's interview on First Take?
I mean, nothing. I didn't learn anything new. Like you said, he beat around every question that they pretty much asked him. We pretty much wanted to know, why did you want to leave? Why didn't you want to play with LeBron? A. Why do you want to leave a championship bound team to be, I guess, the dominant player on the team? Is that your initial purpose? Is your purpose to see how far you can go or win a championship? Those were the questions that I needed to answer to that we did not get the answer to. I wanted to know, what was it that drew the line with you and LeBron James? If something had to happen, like you didn't just one day just wake up, like you said, and say, you know what, this is what I think I want to leave Cleveland. That's bogus. Something definitely happened. Was it the chemistry? Was Bron too much? Was it even LeBron? Was it Tyronn Lue? Was it the ownership? What was it, bruh? At the end of that conversation, like, you talked for 20 minutes and I got nothing.
Hey, Kyrie Irving,
You suck! Wipeout!
I just think that, I watched another interview on Everyday Struggle with Amon Shepard, and he was talking about, how Kyrie Irving never openly said. He said that he was very close to Kyrie Irving. Like, that was the one teammate he was probably closest to. He talked about, like, how everybody on the team, how they clicked up, not in a bad way, but of course, like, people kind of hang out more with, those that they relate to.
Right.
Like, LeBron and J.R. Smith are some of the older guys. So they hung out a lot. He said that Tristan Thompson hung out a lot more with his Canadian friends. Amon Shepard, Kyrie Irving were, really close, and they hung out a lot. And he said that Kyrie never really expressed, wanting to leave the team or be traded or being unhappy. But he did say, when you have 3 superstars on the team, those 3 superstars being Kevin Love, LeBron James, and Kyrie Irving, who I wouldn't necessarily call a superstar right now. He can be.
It's only one superstar on that team.
Correct. So he was saying, you know, basically, you know, we need LeBron to get 30 or 40, and we need Joe 30, and we need Kevin to pour in his 30. I think he was exaggerating when he said Kevin with 30. But all in all, we all know it's only one basketball on the court. He spoke of plenty of instances where Kyrie had to pick up the slack, you know, when LeBron was doing well, and the success Kyrie Irving had gave LeBron opportunities because now you had to watch out for Kyrie's offense and vice versa. But all of that is to say, I felt like he was a little hurt about it because Kyrie Irving didn't mention it to anyone really. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, because obviously he did do a good job of keeping it out of the media, because this is something that was going on before they got to the finals, obviously. So he did do a good job in that. But I just think, man, the whole situation is getting a little crazy, and Kyrie Irving is being extra nonchalant about it and not really giving us any type of substance in his answers. And I think, you know, he's cheating us as fans of the sport. But I do understand if it's more so about his personal life and he feel like he don't want to get into it, that's cool. I just feel like don't come on a show where they're going to ask you questions like that if you're not willing to give us answers. You know what I mean? So Kyrie Irving, I would give you all types of sound effects right now because I'm not feeling you right now. I have no respect for you. I respect you as a basketball player, but, you know, coming on that show, man, and doing that, I just thought that was a waste of everybody's time. And I can't get my time back. So, Kyrie Irving, this one's for you.
You big cold-blooded dummy. You big dummy, see what you did?
He deserved that. I'm just saying. He deserved that.
Got
That's
me
all I'm
dying
saying.
over here.
Get you some water, man. Get you some water. But
Clearly.
Hey, this is going to be the part of the segment, man, where we're going to go into our special interview, man, with Johnny Hatcher, who's a guy that I know is now pursuing a career as a comedian, but he also does a lot of good things, man. Used to be a high school basketball coach and everything, man. So I want you guys to check this interview out real quick. Tell me what you think.
Sir.
And when we get back, we're going to wrap it up. Here y'all go. All right, man. So we here. We got a real special segment right now, man, for the Pulse Report. I got a special guest with me, man. I'm really happy that this guy decided to come on the podcast. The guy got some good stuff for y'all, but I'm not going to tell you too much. I'm not going to hold you up. I'm going to let him tell them all about himself. So why don't you go ahead and tell the people, man, everything they need to know.
What's up, people? How y'all doing today? This your boy, Big Sugar. I'm on a podcast today, chilling with my boy Marco. We go way back. I'm talking about way back. Way back. I'm talking about, man. I'm just glad to be here, support his podcast, support his vision. I'm just loving everything about what this guy got going on right now, man. Actually, me and Marco, we met a while back in college at LC, Livingstone College in Salisbury. Shout out to Livingstone College. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm here in D.C. chilling. I'm glad he invited me out here today, and hopefully today gonna be a good show.
Absolutely, man. So not only is this an old friend of mine from college, man, but this is a guy who's striving to do some great things in life. And, you know, here at the Pulse Report, man, we support all of our own. This guy's a comedian, man. You know, I don't know if you could tell already, but this guy's a comedian, man. So I want you guys to, you know, be on the lookout for him. But go ahead and tell him a little bit about, you know, your professional craft as far as being a comedian goes. I
actually got a show coming up. The Livingstone College Homecoming. Those guys invited me to come host their homecoming this year. One that's going to pay pretty well. I'm very excited about that. I get to go.
It's always good to make some money.
Yeah. I'm getting tired of eating oodles and noodles and tuna sandwiches, so you know I gotta do something. You know, I'm trying to turn those tuna sandwiches into filet mignon meals. You feel me? So
hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, how can the people get in contact with you?
They can look up on my social media, Big Sugar 89. My Facebook is Johnny Hatcher. You guys can look at all my posts and videos on there. My Snapchat is Boston21. Add me on Snapchat. Listen, there is never a dull moment with me on my social media. Like, it's just crazy, man. Like, it's just really insane. Snapchat, guys, add me on my social media. This is a movement. Like I said, I'm appreciative to be on the podcast today to kind of share it with you guys, you know, some of my experiences and just kick it with my man Marco.
Hey, man, well, we definitely appreciate having you, man. Josh and I, man, we've been grinding really hard with this podcast thing, man, and you've always been showing love. So,
oh, yeah.
it's nothing to show the love back.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to get into the podcast, you know what I'm saying, into the interview, and we're going to talk about sports, man. So I know you're a big football guy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So who are some of your teams, man? Let's start off with the NFL. Like, who are some of your teams in the NFL?
None other than the Carolina Panthers. I know I get a lot from these Carolina Panthers, but listen, they're going to be my team until the wheels fall off. I do not care what nobody says. I love the direction that we're going in with Cam Newton and the additions to the team with Christian McCaffrey. This guy, he's just one of a kind. He's a great athlete. I actually have a family member who used to play with his father back in the day on the 98-99 Super Bowl team, the Denver Broncos, Ed McCaffrey. Oh, wow. So, there's definitely some ties there. I'm not going to say I know them personally, but, my cousin's husband, Willie Green, used to play with, Ed McCaffrey, Christian's father. So, I definitely love him. I definitely loved his father at that point in time as well. Cam Newton, he's a little shaky right now, man. But
shaky.
we gonna work with him. You know what I'm saying? Just give him a couple more weeks to see see what happens. But like I said, I'm definitely happy about the way the direction that we're going in right now, and hopefully we make that run to the Super Bowl, man.
So tell me this: what do you have? What would you anticipate your guys' record being at the end of the season?
At the end of the season, I'm looking more of an 8-8, possibly.
8-8. Okay.
Listen,
I'm a Bucks fan, so we in y'all division. You know what I'm saying? So I can't root. I don't really care for Cam Newton anymore.
Right. Okay.
But I listen. He a black man playing quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I have to support a little bit.
Right.
And he is an MVP from the league. You know what I'm saying? He did win MVP. I can't throw no shade on him. He had a phenomenal year. So I will shout out Cam Newton just a little bit. But as a Bucks fan, I can't give the Panthers too much love, man, because I need my team to take that next step.
Oh, yeah.
So if you guys go 8-8, then I need at least the Saints to be like 3-13 or something. So that means I'm pretty sure the Falcons are going to have a good record, but I need the Bucks to take that next step too. But we're gonna go to college football because college football has just been taking off, man. So many athletes in the college football game these days, and it was a big game that came on the other night, man. And it featured the defending Heisman winner in Lamar Jackson.
And then playing Clemson. I believe they played Clemson this past weekend.
Clemson.
Yeah.
They played Clemson. And we know Clemson are the defending champions who won in epic fashion last year with Deshaun Watson, who's doing his thing for the Texans. Shout out to Deshaun Watson.
Shout out.
But so what do you think about Lamar Jackson right now as a quarterback? Do you think he has he has what it takes to be great in a college game, but can he take it to the next level is the question.
I've watched Mr. Jackson. I've seen some of the things he can do. I definitely believe he is that guy in collegiate play right now. But what scares me is a little bit he's such a dual threat that I don't think he's going to be playing quarterback at the NFL level. I think he's going to be more of a slot receiver, maybe kickoff return, something special teams. I just don't think he has the body mass to perform as well as he is now on a professional level. I like him. He's good. He did my boys from UNC kind of dirty a couple weekends ago, but it is what it is. They try to sleep on him.
And that was after an interview came out in which the players from UNC was like, yeah, we're not going to let Lamar Jackson beat us with his feet or his arm.
Right.
And he came out there and did exactly just that.
Yeah.
So it's pretty bad for UNC that day. But, I think he's a pure athlete. At this point, he's probably still a front runner for the Heisman Trophy.
Again, yes.
Which would be amazing to see him win it back-to-back years.
Definitely.
But I agree with you, man. I think, on the next level, I'm not really sure if he can be a NFL quarterback. And that's really because the NFL doesn't really give you much of a rope when it comes to being a dual-threat quarterback. If you're going to be a dual-threat quarterback, you better be a damn good quarterback in the pocket while you're doing it. We've seen it over the years with some of the best athletes like a Cam Newton or a RG3, it's just it is what it is at this point. Like, you can't be that quarterback that's a dual threat but not really good in the pocket, and it's hard to determine in college how good you are in the pocket because the game is just so different.
It is.
And on the next level, these athletes are faster, they're stronger, they're bigger. So, you know, I agree with you, man. I think he might need to make that transition to wide receiver.
Right, of course.
I mean, he's a pure athlete.
Of course.
So I think that if he can manage to do that, I think he can have some success on the next level. But quarterback, man, is a very short leash. So I'm not sure where he's going to end up in that predicament. But who are your favorites right now to win? Because I mean, we have the playoff now in college. So who are your favorites to end up in that playoff or to win it, whichever one?
Well, you know what? I'm just gonna keep it one, as some of these young folks say these days. You know, I'm gonna say this really slow. I am really not an Alabama fan, but I believe in what Mr. Hurst is doing at quarterback for Alabama. I mean, the kid is just prolific. He's early on. I think he learned from a lot of mistakes last year. You know, pouring over into this season, but the guy is he's amazing. You know, Jackson, he's a good quarterback, but this guy for Alabama he's superb. You know, and playing quarterback, you know, it doesn't get any better than that. So I'm going to take my pick with Alabama. Go Roll Tide. Roll Tide. I think that's what they say.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. I mean, you look at the tradition that Nick Saban has implemented in that program year after year after year, and the man is consistent. You know, even if he falls up short. So shout out to Coach Saban, you know, for the job he's doing. If you take a look at, you know, some of the players he's working with, he's definitely given a lot of individuals opportunities to come out of their shells and become, you know, professional athletes. So I appreciate what he's doing for that culture down there in Alabama.
Most definitely, man. Nick Saban always has something special brewing down there. But I'm going to play devil's advocate because I think, of course, Alabama is the favorite, as they usually are almost every year. But the reason I'm about to give you probably makes no sense to most sports fans, but I don't care. It's my opinion. So I want to see Oklahoma win it for one simple reason and one reason only. Baker Mayfield. Now, listen, I know some people might not know who Baker Mayfield is, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you do if you follow the college football game.
Right.
But this guy is the quarterback for Oklahoma. He's a white guy, and I guarantee you he dances better than half the black people that I know. Now, I love all races. I don't care what color you are. I love you. Baker Mayfield is the truth on the dance floor, and because of that, I want him not only to win Heisman, I want him to win the national championship and be the #1 overall draft pick. We'll see how that all turns out. It's a long season. It's too early to tell, really. But, man, before we end this thing, man, I want you to tell people again, man, where they can follow you. And, man, make sure y'all follow this guy, man. He's funny. I guarantee you'll laugh. He's funny, he's entertaining, and he's intelligent. You feel me? He's not a one-trick pony. Be on the lookout for him. He's one of the guys not only that I support because of him being a comedian and being on the podcast, because I've been knowing this guy for a very long time. I've known him before, you know, the aspirations of becoming a comedian came into an effect. So don't be one of those ones, like I said, man, that says you kind of knew him or nothing like that, man. You know, we're going to be somewhere on a yacht, you know, sipping aces of spades or something, and y'all going to be talking about, you know, oh, look at them, they all bougie. And nah, we tried to tell y'all. You feel me? So, man, thank you again for coming out. Let them know where they can follow you at and all of that, man.
The name is Comedian Big Sugar. That's right. Comedian Big Sugar. My Snapchat is Bossin21, Bossin 21. My Instagram is Big Sugar 89. As you guys just follow me, I'm out here, you know. I love everyone that's supporting me, everyone that's going to support me. Shout out to GMS down there in Sheltown, North Carolina. Shout out to my crew. Shout out to my moms for making this possible. I don't think if I didn't eat my green beans, I wouldn't even be here today. So I appreciate that, Ma. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brothers. Shout out to Aunt. Shout out to everybody that support me and that's down for the Big Sugar wave. All right? Appreciate y'all. Big Sugar out.
All right, man. Yeah, we back, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that, man. Make sure y'all follow Johnny, man, a.k.a. Big Sugar. Make sure y'all follow him, man.
Nah. I'm sorry, man. I'm not gonna call your man Big Sugar. Your name is Johnny, bruh. Here's Johnny. That's what you'll hear me say. I'm sorry, bruh. I can't call you Big Sugar.
Hey, listen, man. You ain't gotta call him Big Sugar, but everybody else can. Y'all follow Big Sugar, man. Big Sugar been holding down the Pulse Report for a while, man. One of the guys who encouraged us to get into this thing. Definitely helping push the culture forward as far as this podcast thing goes, man. He's going to be doing a lot of hosting gigs, holding us down. So y'all make sure y'all follow him. But it's about that time, people. We're going to get ready to wrap this thing up. Make sure y'all follow us on Twitter and Instagram at The Pulse Report. We got some events coming up. We got some more contests coming up. I haven't forgot about the merchandise, man. Josh and I, man, we've been working really hard. We're going to get this merchandise to y'all, but y'all gotta follow us on Twitter and Instagram in order to understand how we giving it out. So y'all make sure y'all do that, man. Any last words from you, man?
Before we get off, I want to give a congratulations to my little cousin Sean from Virginia Tech. He scored his first college touchdown. Virginia Tech. I forgot who they played, man, but he had 4 catches for 30 yards in a tug, man. My man, he doing this thing. Shout out to little Sean, man. They call him the Boogie, man. I'm telling y'all gonna want to check him out. He's a problem.
Shout out to Sean. Shout out to V-Tech, man. Hey, Sean, keep doing your thing, because we got our eye on you, and just know the world gonna have their eye on you now. So much like Sean, man, y'all make sure y'all keep y'all eye out for the podcast. We gonna catch y'all next week. We out of here.
We out.
Any team or any topic, best believe them people got it. They just like a referee. If they see it, they gon' call it. So when others do the most, I listen to the Pulse. The only place for sure I really know to get results is the Pulse Report.